Sagittarius, hello and welcome to your video. And if you're not a Sagittarius, then hello to you as well. Gotta say here that I'm really digging this background. Nature just all behind me. What more could you ask for? I have to say I'm pretty excited about making this video because I know some pretty amazing Sagittarians. I've also dated a Sagittarian before, and I have a pretty awesome friend who's also Sagittarian. As an Aquarius myself, we really admire the excellence and the intuitive nature that you Sagittarians have. And as a Sagittarian, you guys are so attracted to our individuality, vision, and to our creativity. If you were born between the dates of the 22nd of November and the 21st of December, then you in fact are a Sagittarian. Sagittarians, you are a fire sign, just like Leo and just like Aries, which means you're very active people and you're natural born leaders. And just like the Leo and the Aries, the Aquarius air can help to fuel the fire of you fiery signs. Being a fire sign as well means that you really enjoy your freedom and you love having freedom, and you also insist on having your own point of view taken. Sagittarius, you are also a mutable sign, which means that you are very flexible, adaptable, and you are more than open to change. You're also pretty easygoing and very accepting. Sagittarians, you're also planned by the planet Jupiter, which is all about wealth and career and growth and luck. It's also a highly optimistic planet, so that a lot of the times that means that you guys are very optimistic as well. Your symbol, of course, is the archer, which is the half man and half animal or half horse. This symbol symbolizes the animal's nature and the desires of man. And of course, what do we know these animals to be? They are known as centaurs within the Greek mythology and within Roman mythology. Within the Greek mythology, for example, the centaurs, they were seen as extremely adventurous. They were also seen to be very brave beings. Centaurs as well were seen to be the intellectuals of the world, the ancient world back then. And nowadays, Sagittarians, that may mean that you yourselves may see yourselves as the modern day center parts. Lastly, the bow and the arrow, that represents your straightforwardness and your sense of just straight direction thinking. It also may symbolize your higher self. Okay, so now on to what I think of Sagittarius. I'm so excited. Sagittarius, you are just so energetic. You have such an eagerness to experience what is beyond the familiar. You are also extremely direct souls and are purely good-natured, and I love that about you guys. However, Sagittarius, you do have a slight reputation for having a pretty blunt tongue, which can possibly get you into trouble sometimes. But I know with my experience with Sagittarians that whenever that can happen, they always seem to have such a great way to laugh about it and just turn it around into a more of a funny thing, so it doesn't get too serious or out of control. You just love to laugh at yourselves and love to laugh at your own jokes, and you know you're funny as well. You know it, don't you? And what other signs need to realize is that whenever you are kind of being blunt, that's simply you just displaying your true and honest self, which in a way it's a really great quality to have. So, I mean, honesty a lot of the times is the best policy. But still, Sagittarius, try not to be so blunt on certain signs. Some of them can be kind of sensitive. Cancer, for example. Sagittarius, your optimism is highly infectious, and as an Aquarius, I love it. I love it. When I'm going to hang out with the Sagittarius, I just feel so excited, and I'm really looking forward to it every time. I get so cheerful and just eager and excited to find out like what we're going to talk about and what's going to be running through our minds, what conversation is going to get going. However, Sagittarius, you may think that us Aquarians, we are a little bit too out there at times. But you can keep up because we're just so excited about life, the both of us. Laughter is pretty much your middle name, Sagittarians. And you get on well, like so well with both sexes. You also have the tendency to tease people a little bit. Sagittarians, you can also be very animated with your facial expressions, especially when it comes to a comedic way. Which is pretty great because it means that the person that you're with, they can just look over at you and see that you're really having a great time and enjoying yourself. However, my fellow centaur beings, a negative expression of your energy may be that you can come across as a little bit preachy to others and slightly overconfident. You may get to a stage where you believe that you just don't do anything wrong. You do absolutely nothing wrong, ever. You also may have the tendency to take things for granted and take people for granted and not really appreciate them, which could potentially affect your romantic life. So my advice to you, Sagittarius, would be to try to just really appreciate your family, your friends, your romantic partner as much as possible by just being more mindful of them. I know you more grown Sagittarians who've grown into huge stallions, as per se. You know how to control this. You're doing good. Sagittarius, you have the biggest hearts ever. Maybe even bigger than Leo's. You're honorable, you're trustworthy, and you are so sincere. You also have the tendency to fight for what you believe in, and you do it with such passion. You will defend the ones that you love until the end. You are also known for having an extremely open mind, and I have to say that that is one of my all-time favorite things about you guys. And you're also able to transfer your thoughts and your ideas into concrete actions. Now, me as the Aquarius, I have a lot of ideas and I can be very, very creative with my ideas, but my problem is putting it into proper hard action. But you guys, you do it. You get the idea and you just do it. You shoot that bow and arrow and just go for whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. You're also such curious beings, and you can be really in touch with nature. I actually have a Sagittarius friend, and he is so in tune with nature. He loves just going out into the woods or into the forest and exploring nature. And he's also deeply interested in spirituality, and every time we talk, we always talk about intellectually stimulating things, and it's mainly about spirituality, and I love those type of conversations with him. I do want to highlight though, Sagittarius, that sometimes, just sometimes, that you may have the tendency to procrastinate at times as well. But it doesn't take away from the fact that once you do get that ball rolling, or once you get going, that you will get the job done. You're never ever lost for words, and you're highly enthusiastic. And again, another thing that I love about you. But Sagittarius, I do know that there are times when you like your space. So my advice to other signs would be to try and not overshadow the Sagittarius and give them their space, because if you don't give them their space, they may get a little bit impatient and a little bit frustrated with you. Possible jobs I can see you guys getting into would be the likes of salespeople, philosophers, teachers, advertising, and maybe even musicians. Okay, so my favorite part of the video, my advice to you Sagittarians, well, it's that I know that you guys can have the tendency to be quite superficial. So my advice is to try to get to know someone a little bit more in depth. Don't just try to look above the surface, look below the surface, and give that person a bit of a chance before you instantly judge them. Just take the time to try and develop a little bit more patience with other signs, my beautiful beings. Try to simply get to know someone, and you may just be surprised at the true inner beauty that they may have. Come to think of it though, because you guys can be known for being sort of superficial, I can see the Sagittarius man being on Tinder like, nope, no. No. Someone comes to mind whenever I think of that. Overall, Sagittarius, you guys are so honest, you're so enthusiastic, you're highly humorous, and extremely optimistic. Every moment with you, Sagittarius, is just like pure magic. However, Sagittarius, you can be superficial, you can be tactful, and you can be a little bit irresponsible. Okay guys, so that concludes my thoughts and opinions on Sagittarius. If you are Sagittarius, then please be sure to give this video a like, and please let me know in the comment section below, letting me know what I thought of you today. The next zodiac sign that I will be making a video on is of course going to be Capricorn. If this is the first time you're finding my channel, then please be sure to subscribe, and I will be back with another video very soon. Bye!